Hello everybody, MDW here again with another Predator review for you. So it's the Neca Series 17 Alien vs Predator Eldar Predator. So the box design is really nice, massive window packaging there, and you can see the figure, and then it's got a backdrop from AVP the film there. And then on the back it's got the three figures that are in the wave, one of them I've reviewed already, and then a little bio about the Eldar Predator. There's a close-up there of the figure, and once you take the figure out as well, it's got a nice little touch to the film there, where it's got literally a picture of the Predator standing in the cavern that's from the film. Right everybody, so he's out of his box, so let's have a rundown of the Eldar Predator. So this figure's got a lot going on with him. First off, I noticed straight away that the armour has got more of a wash on it. So it's a darker armour than the Youngblood, I believe, which was like the shiny kind of vac metal silver, which I wasn't too keen on. But yeah, I like this armour here. It's a bit more weathered. Obviously it goes with his age because he's the Eldar Predator. Lots of bits and pieces going on with his armour as well, which I'll run down in a bit. But I say you can see he's got like a little skull belt there as well. He's got his self-destruct mechanism on his hand. He's got a cool cape and chain there around his neck to hold his cape on. So really cool. I'll have a look at that in a second. Let's just run down the articulation of him. So his head goes from side to side. It doesn't really go up. It goes up a little bit, but yeah, side to side. His dreadlocks are quite gummy plastic, so it doesn't really hinder the movement at all there. And his cape, like I said, is on the chain there. So his cape is a material piece. So yeah, that moves freely as well. Then he can swivel his torso there as well. So his torso crunch there goes up and down and swivels just a bit to the left and the right. Then his arms again move all the way around. They're on a ball joint, so they kind of go out and they go all the way around there. And then he's got the hinge joint at the arm, elbow, so it goes in and out. And then that also there, just below the elbow, kind of swivels. So he's got another kind of swivel joint there. And then his hand swivels all the way around as well. Same on the other side there. Then around his groin there, so he's got like a two-piece there, so his legs kind of go into a ball joint. And they go all the way around. Doesn't really spread out that far. His armour doesn't really hinder the movement that much, but that's probably about as far as you're going to go with it. It goes forwards and backwards. Doesn't rotate around that much. And then the knee joints again, he's got two joints, one here above the knee and one below the knee. So they can turn a little bit as well. So he can turn his legs different ways. And then his foot has got a swivel on it. Goes up and down a little bit there, if you see. But yeah, it definitely swivels a lot as well. So yeah, standard amount of motion there for the Neca buck. Quick word on the paint app then, so pretty decent all round. His body's the same colour as the Youngblood Predator, so it's got this really bright yellow and oranges there which blends into a darker brown. And say, you know, this kind of almost nearly black on his arms there. But you know, it looks pretty effective, kind of like the light hitting him. The metal is a silver, like dark bolt gun colour, which has been like kind of dry brushed over with a lighter silver. He's got the same kind of choker on that the Youngblood had as well, so that's really cool. I've only seen the Alien vs Predator film a few times. I can't really remember much about it, so I don't know whether all the Predators in the kind of hunting group in the film have that on, but he's got that as well. Dreadlocks, nice little paint transition there. So he's got the darker dreadlocks at the top there, goes down to kind of a grey-blue colour, obviously showing his age. Detail on the face as well, so his mandibles are all closed up as well, but he's got the hunter's symbol there as well. That means he's been blooded, so he's killed the xenomorphs. His belt has got a few details on it, so he's got kind of crazy little transceiver thing there and little gadgets and beep beep fiddy bob gadgets all over his belt. Yeah, so that's cool. It just adds a bit more narrative to the figure. I mean, I'm assuming he would have gathered loads of bits and pieces over his years of hunting. The trophies around him, so he's got various skulls. He's got the human skull there, kind of all these little trophies coming out of it. So he's got smaller skulls, big skull there. I think he's got a spinal column on his back as well, just under his cape. Nice little touch. He's got his detonator in his hand, so this pops up as well. And then he's got, obviously you can see there the screens that they beep 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 press to blow themselves up. So that's cool. I don't think the Youngblood had that on there. I don't know whether they have to earn that, I think, as well. I'm not too sure whether they have to reach a certain status in the predatory culture to receive that there as well. But yeah, so that's cool on there. His cape as well I don't know if his cape can actually come off. I'm assuming it can because it stretches. So, you know, it's very loose fitting. So you can literally pose it however you want. You know, it goes all, you know, you can pull it back over his shoulder pads there. It's very long. It feels quite nice actually, like a good quality cape. It's bright red though, so it kind of detracts a little bit, you know, from the kind of grungy, dirty paint job and this kind of bright red cape. But, you know, it's not too bad on him. Comes right the way down to his feet at the back there. And it's kind of, it sits quite nicely as well. So it's got a lot of detailing where it's just been, you know, attached to the actual chain here, so it kind of like folds naturally. So it looks quite cool, kind of like something like Doctor Doom would have. But yeah, so yeah, that ain't too bad as well. When I saw it in the packet, I thought, oh, that's a bit much. But when you actually get it out and you stand it and you can pose it kind of over his shoulder pads, just move the camera up there like that. Yeah, you pose it over his shoulder pads and stuff. It doesn't really overpower him that much. So the Eldar Predator comes with 2 accessories. One is his mask, which I'm really glad they put it in. I mean, the face sculpt is really nice on him as well, but, you know, every Predator needs his mask. And when I saw this mask, I was like, it looks a bit weird. But when you actually put it on him, which I'll show you in a couple of seconds there, it does actually look really nice. And it's got quite a lot of intricate details gone into it. So he's actually got little bits of red detailing inside the mask at the top there. It joins his head and there's different silver colours. So I was quite surprised with that. The mask itself is a pretty cool design actually, so it's got a hole in the middle there that his mandibles kind of just sit in, and then it's got obviously the blooded symbol on there as well with loads of cool kind of runes painted on around there as well, and it's like a kind of shiny gold colour. So that's cool, that comes with him. And then you've got, obviously he needs a weapon with him, so he's got kind of a nasty looking Predator spear as well. So yeah, it's kind of double bladed, so it's got these crazy little kind of spiky fang things at each end as well, looks brutal. Brass paintwork on it as well, bit of gold, a skull on there as well. So yeah, I would have liked to have seen a bit more detail on the actual blade itself. It's just kind of like that silver, bright silver colour again. Perhaps a little bit of ink or something on that to bring it down again. Perhaps, you know, a few blood spatters would be cool. But, you know, I say it's good to have an accessory with him. I was really worried. I didn't think he came with a weapon with him, but there we go. That's the 2 things that come with him. So the mask fits on nice and snugly. He just kind of sits on his face and clips in there. And then something I didn't even see in the box was 2 small knife blades which fit into the gauntlet on one of his hands there. They just literally clip into place there. You just push them in and they just sit there tight in place. There's a little scaling for you there. So there's him next to the clan leader Predator and then the young blood from the same series. And there's him next to the Colonial Marine. So he towers above him, as you can see. So there you go guys, there's a review of the Neca Series 17 Eldar Predator from AVP. Nice figure. I didn't think this was going to be the favourite in the line. I did open him up, the cape was a lot better than I thought. There's a couple of strange things. I didn't get a shoulder cannon in with mine, and there's actually pegs on the back of his armour to fit a shoulder cannon in. I don't know whether that's something I've just completely missed there, or whether I'm missing it. I don't think I am, because the picture on the back of the box doesn't have it. So that's weird. It didn't come with a shoulder cannon. And also the spear as well. The spear, when you put it into his hand, is actually very, very small. I don't think it's properly extended, but he just looks a bit weird because he's an absolutely huge creature, and then he's got his kind of tiny little toothpick with him. But it isn't completely bad, but I would have liked it perhaps to have been a little bit bigger. So there you go, guys. These are on eBay now. You can pick them up for around about £25 to £30. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. MDW signing off. See you later.